We got to take a break. This is a big show, and I think we've walked about 10 miles so far. It's only noon. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm just hoping this bat wing doesn't fall on us.
Well, it's good and heavy built, so if it does, it'll be the end. So, boy, the corn heads here, unbelievable. There must be 15 brands. And, of course, corn dryers, corn handling, corn storage, and, of course, all the typical full-line equipment dealers, lots of short-line equipment dealers, even just some little attachments to make stuff handy. This is just quite a show.
Let's go take a look around.
I guess the things I'd like to look at are the new innovations in maybe telemetry and tracking your equipment and what's going on, how it's doing.
Yep, and I'm pretty much interested in variable rate anything or precision anything. So we'll be taking a look at some of those technologies.
Westendorf has some interesting points about their loaders, and so they're just the new for this year, it looks like, is the change attachments from the cab. Got a remote and you just unhook there and you can do that. The other thing that probably caught my eye when I walked by was the fact that there is no stands to unhook this loader. It's simply you turn the bucket underneath and it sits on the bucket as a stand and it's freestanding. And then of course to hook up the hydraulics, there's a single point hookup, and so you don't have to worry about making the wrong hose connections and all that goes with that. So that's kind of a neat feature. Oh, here we have a Badger, and I've always wanted a Badger, but actually what we're here for though is the Rock Badger, and it's a rock extraction tool. And the guys that make this say, well, everybody has a rock basket or a rock. Unfortunately, we don't have rocks around us, but we do tear out foundations, things like that, old stuff, cedar trees, you could pry them out. But it's an extraction tool, and so this one is big enough to go on a wheel loader and pick out big rocks. I think he said about a 3,500 pound rock or a little less is what this one took out. And it's actually the smaller one took out that big rock. This goes on a skid steer, and so it's got to be a pretty big skid steer, but these are just a lot of fun. Actually, the Rock Badger here is a good stress management tool as well. You know, they give those little rubber balls you can squeeze, but this is way better. You can see that the rocks are down there, but you really can't get them out, and so this is just your basic rock extraction tool. And there's going to be a big one come up here pretty quick. Let's watch here for a minute. Oh, I could go for the pricing in between. The big one that goes on your wheel loader is $10,500 to $14,500. And the smaller one that goes on the skid steer, it's actually real similar to that we see right there, is $1,925. 3,625 pounds is what this rock is coming out. You can feel the ground shake a little there. And so wait till they roll this one up. There we go. Well, what we have here is a trencher tile plow, which is kind of saying two things at once, but normally you have a big tractor. I'm from Nebraska where we don't tile much, but this caught my eye because normally you have to have a big tractor and you also have to have a lot of traction. And if you have mud where you need to drain, how do you get traction? So this is actually a trencher that's wide enough to put in tile width. How wide can this go?
It can go 28 inches wide.
Okay, 28 inches. That'll get any size pipe you need. The list on this is $105,000, and so you'll need to do a little tiling to get those payments made.